Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Rashad Hobson. I'm the new finance manager here at Chester County OIC. Um, it's a privilege to be here today, see all the new faces. And I've been here for about 2 months. I've been learning a lot. It's been a good experiences. And as we'll talk about here, some challenges as well. But let me just give you an overview of the Chester County OIC. And it was founded in 1979 and is affiliated partner with the National OIC of America Coalition. We have 25 affiliations throughout USA, 4 in Pennsylvania, including 1 down the street here in Coatesville. The COIC was relocated from Westchester to Coatesville. I'm sorry. COIC relocated from Westchester to Coatesville in 2018 to increase the impact in the urban center. So pretty much what was going on, a lot of people needed help actually in the Coatesville area, and they couldn't get travel back and forth for transportation back to Westchester. So what they did was they looked for a building here in Coatesville, and they were able to find it. And then we have workforce programs that have grown from 3 programs to 9 over 6 years. So our workforce reintegration program supports employment assistance to help individuals overcome multiple barriers that prevent them from finding and maintaining employment and self-sustaining employment. So what we provide is a coach. We provide resume development, interviewing skills, and referrals to community and network resources. So pretty much we have a program that's run by one of our affiliates, and they give you the training that you need to be able to go out there for the workforce. Now, some may say, well, I may not need interviewing skills, or I may not need a coach. But if you're looking to be reintegrated into the program, some things may have changed, right? The way that you look at things may have changed, the times have changed, so we offer the coaching that you need that can be successful in order for you to get a position. And the goal is to have students obtain sustainable employment and make a livable wage. And right now, from what I saw, the livable wage is about $21 an hour. And we have a pretty good success rate with that as well. So here are some of the students and the pictures that we have from our OSHA training, from our forklift to Chesco Connect. These are some of the programs that we offer students within the region. All right, so here's some data analysis by the year. In 2022, we had 217 students that completed a professional program, and then in 2023, we had 285. 2024, we had 277, and then so far in 2025, we had 30, with the anticipation of 809 to complete professional development within the next 4 years. Participants can utilize more than 1 training after completion of 1. We actually had that recently with the SET program graduate that we had. We had 2 students actually, and now they're actually in our work enclave now that's currently going on as well. The proposal to Alliance Health, the equity SMI is 8 students receive driver's motor vehicle services such as photo ID services, not including transportation. And this is one of our biggest programs because we have a waiting list for this every year. 1 National Retail Federation customer service course, 1 OSHA training, 1 forklift operation, driver's education courses that result in 12 students obtaining a valid PA driver's license, and 1 5-week cohort popular workforce readiness training that includes paid professional development, civil engagement, positive engagement with local leaders, law enforcement, voters education, and more. 1 cohort serves up to 10 students at a time. That's where we're maxed at because that's how much we get for the funding for the program to continue to go. So, for Alliance Health, thank you for the seed match. We appreciate that. They had given us the opportunity to use the money in a different way. And this is what we actually needed to use the seed for. So we have, our building is located right down there on 5th Street, and we had a CNA room that has leakage. From purchasing the building, we had everything that we needed to actually buy it, but it wasn't incorporated in the budget to take care of the building, the expenses in the building, the maintenance in the building. So as we know, it costs. So these costs were not included in the grant that we received for the building. So now Chester County OIC, we have to either raise the money through grants, donations, in order to get this fixed. And through our seed and match here from Alliance Help, we were able to actually start in the process now. We made our first down payment this month to get the roof fixed. So here are the opportunities. We have hundreds and sometimes thousands of students that visit each month, and that is true. In and out of the building to find out things that's going on with the OIC. The thing about it is we have to make sure that we have the space and the programs to run at the time, because we have to make sure that we prepare for the next enclave or the next wave of students that we have coming in for our OIC. 2 to 3 workforce training programs run at a time, while education students complete pre and post academic assessment testing and enrollment. Also, we do offer ESL and GED classes as well. I forgot to mention that as well. ESL is English as second language, and we offer GED programs. We provide testing, learning and everything, and then at the end of the program, they're given the test, and they pass the test, they have completed the requirements for their GED. The goal is to maintain a safe environment for students and staff. Alliance Health was gracious and equity remain a champion for holistic health and wellness in the greater zip code. We modified the proposal request to use $25,000 for our infrastructure improvement, as we just talked about, versus staff salaries and some programs that could be covered under another grant. So pretty much what it's saying is that we have money left from the grants that's not restricted. We can make sure that we can allocate it to our salary, so we can take like this grant money to get the roof fixed. With the $25,000 match, we was able to approach another foundation to request match funds to cover the remaining of the project, which is our roof repairment and the HVAC as well. We're looking to get the HVAC service as well too, but one at a time. So the outcome of it is we have $24,000 that support the programming for the 8 students. This is what it was actually paid for: the 1 national retailer, the ocean training, the forklift, and the driver's education. 100% of our students are working ages between 18 and 70. So you can be as young as 18 and as middle age as 70. I don't want to get in trouble. We got a lot of ladies in here, so I don't want to get in trouble. 44% is female, 56% is male, 85% is black, and 15% is white or Hispanic. And 100% of the people actually live in the Coatesville area and they speak English. 70 Coatesville students have been served through the funding and have been livable wage, as we said, of $21. And the roof replacement takes place right now. Like I said, we made our first deposit last week, so we look to get it completed maybe at the end of May at the latest. Okay, so with the challenges. First, I'm from Philadelphia. This is my personal challenges as I see coming to Chester County OIC. And I've never been to Coatesville. Of course, I heard a lot of stories about Coatesville, but I didn't want to believe it because I wanted to see it on my own. But the personal challenges that I see is that as I sit here, or stand here in front of you, is that we don't have the resources that we need in Coatesville. And being as though I'm from Philadelphia and we know some people that work down there, it seems like they're so excited, they're happy because they can get these programs off the ground like it ain't anything. But here we're talking about here now that we actually need help to get these programs established for the people that's in the community. Also, what I notice is that we have no city council support. It's not in the budget. We may meet with them, which we have, and I've met with them 3 times since I've been here, but it seems like we really just have to continue to ask and try to push and push and push and drive for some type of assistance. And it was hard for me to understand because we're located right in the heart of Coatesville. You can drive by, you can drive down the street, you can see the sign that sits in front of our building. But it seems like there's not a lot of resources actually here within the city. Of course, we get a lot of feedback. Well, we don't really have, for example, I asked, well, do we have a Wawa here? Wawas are everywhere. But the closest Wawa is in Thorndale, not actually in Coatesville. Oh, do we have a Dunkin' Donuts? I do see that we have a Rite Aid. I do see that we have a Market, but they're not big brand names. So how could we draw that here to Coatesville? That's the biggest challenge that I see for me personally as coming from Philadelphia up here to Coatesville every day. Now, the challenges for the OIC is the alignment and the mission. A lot of people seem to don't understand what our mission is. We are really trying to help the city of Coatesville and the surrounding areas as well. But when they come and they drive through and they look at Coatesville, what do they see? Everybody has a different perspective of what they see when they drive through here. And as I talked about too, the lack of business prospects in the Coatesville area. You have to drive down that way. That's right, yeah, down that way to get to a closest Wawa or to a Popeyes or Chipotle. You have to drive and cross that bridge, I think it is. I'm not familiar with the bridge is, y'all, so I apologize. But I took a drive down there, and I seen that when you get to the area down there, say it again? Thank you. Now, when you get down there, that's when you see all the businesses. That's where you see a bunch of parking lots and shopping centers and malls that you can go and shop to find the things that you need. But when you get to Coatesville, you may see one or two every block. Also, the transportation. I did notice that we do have a SEPTA bus that runs through here, but I'm not sure how often that runs. And then the lack of resources for intense support once students graduate from the program. The one thing that I see too is that we were on a call with a potential grant. We got denied for it, but the reason why we got denied is because they felt like the program was actually better fitted in a different part of the city than here because we had a low graduation rate compared to what they have in Philadelphia. The lessons that we learn is continue putting a positive image on Coatesville in the public, invite local leaders, politicians, corporations, news outlet, and more program graduations and other activities to potentially increase job placement outcomes and instill hope in career journey. We changed our workforce model to labor resource support and to workforce career coaching centers. Develop corporate partner programs to promote VISTA and business meeting, and through our board of directors, use grant matching to our advantage and maximize our funds and ask and you shall receive. Our career coach is Sohika, so this is pretty much what showing us what that he does. He talks about the professionalism of your dress, your speech, your resume, what to say in an interview, how to follow up in from your interview on your resume, and also to give tips and pointers of interviewing style, which we tend to do. We interview, we set it up to have an interview, we ask them to come in, and then we interview them. And then we critique them on the way to the interview. Maybe you should say this, maybe you shouldn't say that, but maybe focus more on your strengths and what's going on and what you can offer for the position. And thank you. April is our National Second Chance Month. CCOSI's Second Chance Employer, I think Asia, if I'm not mistaken, has won that award. We have a reentry awareness program next week on Tuesday. Day one of the Arches, it's at the Arches, and then day two is a walk for the Century Second Alliance, and we have our third annual block party on June 27, which is a Friday, down at the OIC, so we hope you all can attend.